Studio 31.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And our top story tonight is the weather. Look at exact track 4D radar. You can see it's on its way. Snow set to hit Metro Detroit by the time we wake up. Good to have you with us at 11. I'm Devin Skillian.
And I'm Kimberly Gill. With the winter storm approaching, we know school closings are on everyone's mind.
In fact, you'll see closures and delays as well at the bottom of your screen. And of course, we're continually updating the list at clickondetroit.com. Now, the track of this storm shows that both Monroe and Wayne counties are going to see snow first and likely the most by the time it's over.
Mara McDonald is live in Brownstown Township. Mara, this could take a while to clear once it's all said and done.
Kimberly, Devin, I will tell you that the road commissions and the county, public services people will tell you that they are operating under the guise that this is going to be a substantial snowfall. Here at the Sibley Road Yard in Brownstown, they will arrive, crews will start arriving at 2 a.m. and begin pre-salting immediately. I hope you enjoyed those sunny blue skies today, because tomorrow is likely to look like this.
We've spent all afternoon, or all day today actually, changing blades, checking fluid levels, loading them up with salt, making sure all of our equipment, our hydraulics, radios, lights, everything is working.
Wayne County crews arrive at 2 a.m. Pre-salting starts, and then
once the snow starts flying, we'll pull those trucks off of the pre-salt activities. We'll put them onto the main state lines, the main highways and state trunk lines.
Neighboring Monroe has its night crew heading in at 3 a.m. and will keep them over if needed.
The day shift normally starts at 7 a.m. We may need to call them in earlier, depending. If the snow does start to fall and there is some accumulation, we try to get ahead of that.
The expectation tonight is the snow totals will roll in as expected. 6 to 8 inches is not insubstantial, and it's not just snow but wind that can add extra headaches.
We have a lot of open land, so we get sizable snow drifts. So if you've got 8 to start with and you add the snow drifts on top of that, some roads could be impassable.
If we have to go into residential areas where we typically would not because of the depth of the snow that we receive, it will be a multi-day event.
Back here live, a good piece of news in all of this is that the way the temps look like they're going to stay, salt should be very effective here. We're live in Brownstown Township. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara, thank you.
All right, and let's get over to Brandon now and see exactly how the timing is going to work out, which makes things tricky for school officials, right, Brandon?
Yeah, exactly right. The timing, the worst of the snow, all of it will impact how or when schools should shut down. But right now we have these winter storm warnings that get going at 5 a.m. Wayne, Monroe, and Lenawee counties, with the possibility of 5 to 7 inches, especially hugging the coastlines here of Lake Erie, Lake St. Clair, far east side. Also have winter weather advisories for everybody else for tricky travel, and less snow the farther north and west you go. 3 to 4 inches in all of these purple counties. I think we're going to see a lot of 3 to 4 inch snow totals. But you can see the areas here in pink. These are the winter storm warnings through parts of Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and our southern counties, likely to get the worst of it. And the moisture is still about 250 miles away. So overnight, snow beginning after 6 or 7 a.m. Most of the overnight is on the dry side, so this is the dilemma for school closing. Shouldn't be a big problem getting to school, even though some schools have already called it. The best bet is early dismissal as the snow gets heaviest from about 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. tomorrow. Thursday, I think we're good to go. Time to treat and remove the snow. Hey, if you want more, we've got you covered. That QR code in the middle of your screen, that box, hold your camera phone right up to that. It'll sync you right to our Forewarn weather app, loaded with information of not only Wednesday's storm, but increased snow total potential for weekend snow.
Okay, Brandon, and when you wake up, be sure to tune in to Local 4 News from 4:30 to 7 a.m. for the latest on the forewarned forecast for any hang-ups with the commute and the latest school closures. If you get a little bit later start, tune in at 7 a.m. for continuing coverage on Local 4 and streaming live on Local 4 Plus.
All right, now to breaking news from Detroit's west side, which is where a man armed with a gun is shot and killed by Michigan State Police.
This all happened around 7:30 on Terry Street near Hubble and I-96. Investigators say this started with a man flashing a laser at a state police helicopter. Pamela Osborne joins us live with more. Pamela.
Kimberly, it was more than a laser. That man, police say, was armed with several guns, and he actually was shooting up at that Michigan State Police helicopter. It's what they found inside of his home, though, here on Terry Street. That is a major focal point of the investigation going forward.
The thing that really concerned us is after we got inside to the home and found a lot of the ammunition and the guns.
The incident started as an encounter with a Michigan State Police helicopter.
He might be armed. He almost looks like he's holding a long gun pointed at us right now.
You're listening to their scanner traffic. State police say a man in the area of Terry and Tyler, that's near 96 and Greenfield, was flashing a laser up at the helicopter. Officers there radioed down.
Yeah, he's shooting at us right now.
As they were walking up on foot, they saw a second laser go off towards the helicopter. At that time, they heard gunfire.
Well, first I heard the helicopter. So the helicopter was just, swarming around. And then I heard like 4 gunshots.
Christopher Taylor lives nearby the scene and says after a few minutes, he heard more gunshots. Lieutenant Michael Shaw with Michigan State Police says there was an exchange of gunfire. The suspect was shot and died at the scene. Once inside, they were alarmed to see not just ammo and guns, but what looks to be planning and preparation for what investigators are still working to find out.
He had a rifle staged at one of the windows that almost that this was some type of ambush that he had thought that he was going to set up.
And there were so many guns, so much ammunition inside of that home. Police were not even able to give us an idea of exactly what it was they were working with. For anybody wondering why it's such a big deal to point a laser at a helicopter or any aircraft for that matter, even though a laser's small, it has the capability of blinding that pilot temporarily, which of course could cause that aircraft to come down. And then, of course, as you heard there, he was also firing shots at that helicopter. We know that it did land safely at Willow Run Airport. Police were checking to see if it was actually any of those bullets actually made it to the helicopter, but of course still a very beginning phases, very active investigation here going forward. We're reporting live tonight in Detroit. I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Really dangerous thing to do too. All right, Pamela, thank you. Also breaking tonight on the west side, a car crashes into a house after a driver is fatally shot while driving. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with a night cam.
Yeah, we're just arriving on the scene here. Outer Drive and Faust. That's Outer Drive, Southfield Freeway, Detroit's west side. The Challenger, I believe it is, ended up crashing into a home over there. There you see the vehicle. Lone occupant, said to be a male, about 40 years of age. He was coming down Greenview Street, southbound on Greenview, which is right over there. Neighbors say they heard 4 shots.
We just heard the gunshots going off, and there was about 4 of them that went off. And then we heard a big crash.
I'm being told no injuries inside that house. That is the scene on the west side with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim. More classified documents have been found, this time at former Vice President Mike Pence's home in Indiana. Pence's attorney says it was a small number of documents with classified markings that were boxed and transported to the Pence home at the end of the Trump administration. The attorney says Pence was unaware the documents were in his home. He intends to cooperate with the National Archives. The Justice Department so far not commenting, but it's been sort of the theme. Classified documents have been found now at President Biden's home and former President Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago.
Governor Whitmer makes a stop today in Metro Detroit ahead of her State of the State address tomorrow. The governor held a roundtable discussion in Brighton this morning where people shared their growing concerns. Several spoke about the toll of inflation on their families, plus the increasing costs of products, namely groceries and prescription drugs. They also talked about the ongoing teacher shortage the state currently faces. All of these topics will feature prominently in the governor's address tomorrow night.
And a reminder, Local 4 Plus will be your home for coverage of tomorrow night's State of the State address. It'll be an in-person address before a joint session of the House and Senate in Lansing. Our coverage on Local 4 Plus kicks off tomorrow night at 6:30. All right, still to come here at 11 on insult to injury for Michigan's Wolverine star running back Blake Corum.
What we're learning about someone stealing the car his parents gave him, plus an act of heroism by Sterling Heights police.
Please come to my house right now.
We'll show you how a sergeant jumped into action to save the life of a choking baby.
But up first, California rocked now by several mass shootings, all in under 48 hours. A look at how people there are paying tribute to the far too many victims when we come back.
A smile is important because I deal with patients at times, students.
I don't really show my teeth because for years and years, because of health issues, I didn't have teeth.
It's a handicap, not having teeth.
A new smile the same day at Amazing Smiles in Southfield. Dr. John Dolly's training experience and state-of-the-art technology enable him to transform your smile the same day.
I don't have just a smile, I have an amazing smile.
They're my teeth, and I love my smile.
Welcome to the home of blackjack with the largest library of blackjack games in the industry. Spanish 21, live dealer, vacation blackjack, and more. Download the DraftKings Casino app, use the promo code, and get a 100% deposit match up to $2,000 in casino bonus funds.
Get 2 breakfast sandwiches for $6 at Tim Hortons. Share it with your best friend or your coworker. Or don't. With this tasty deal, everyone wins. 2 breakfast sandwiches for just $6. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the home of blackjack with the largest library of blackjack games in the industry. Spanish 21, live dealer, vacation blackjack, and more. Download the DraftKings Casino app, use the promo code, and get a 100% deposit match up to $2,000 in casino bonus funds.
Checker's $5 meal deal works as hard as you. And you. Yep, you. Get a Checker Burger or Fry Lover's Burger, plus 8-piece chicken bites, famous seasoned fries, and a drink. Whoa! The $5 meal deal, now with the Fry Lover's Burger, only at Checkers.
Fallout continues tonight in California after 3 mass shootings in a matter of just 3 days.
That's right. The latest happened in Northern California when a man opened fire at 2 agricultural businesses, killing 7 people. Police say the 67-year-old shooter was an employee at one of the farms he targeted. Investigators say the only known connection between the shooter and his victims is they may have been co-workers. The suspect surrendered 2 hours after the shooting. Meanwhile, hundreds of mourners gathered for a candlelight vigil in Monterey Park, California tonight to honor the victims killed in Saturday's mass shooting. 11 people died and 9 others were injured when a 72-year-old gunman opened fire at a dance studio. The gunman then took his own life. Sources tell NBC News investigators are focusing on a personal motive and don't believe it was a hate crime.
Sterling Heights police sergeant being hailed as a hero after saving the life of a choking toddler.
Please come to my house right now. My daughter, I don't know what happened to her. Please hurry. Is she breathing? Oh, no.
No, that was the frantic call Sterling Heights police received from the parents of a 1-year-old baby girl choking at the time. Sergeant Anthony Reski arrived in less than a minute and jumped into action.
Does back thrusts on the baby, ends up doing a finger sweep of the mouth to get the the object out of there.
Oh my God, is she breathing?
And ultimately the baby starts breathing again, coughing and coughs up the object, and ends up starts crying, which is good because that's a sign that it's breathing. And just an amazing job by Sergeant Ruski.
Hats off to Sergeant Ruski, a 20-year veteran of the force.
Yeah, and he's so humble. He's just like, it
right?
comes with the job.
Just part of it.
Part of the job, exactly.
Yeah. Part of the job for Brandon, who's in for Kim tonight, is watching what looks to be a lot of snow headed our way.
Yeah, I mean, the most that we have seen this season, it won't be, the snowstorm that ate Detroit, but it will be
Come on.
a pretty big one. We had a couple of inches a couple of days before Christmas. We've had a couple of these couple of inches storms, and this one Looks like a lot of 3 to 4.5 inch snow totals in the area, so it's just barely bigger than. We've got another storm Sunday that we're watching. Stay tuned. Temperatures are in the upper 20s to low 30s. The winds are calming, so not a big wind chill problem overnight. Clouds certainly on the increase ahead of our storm coming in on Wednesday. We'll talk about those advisories and warnings coming up, but all eyes on the location of this low. The storm center currently over Little Rock, Arkansas, but the position of it as it travels north and east, very important. If it stays too far to the south over the Ohio River, we limit our snow totals. If it travels too far north, we grab some warmer air and could see a little more rain, but the way it's positioned now is hence the sort of 3 to 5, 3 to 6 inch snow totals. Looks like start times after 6 or 7 a.m. Most of the overnight is on the dry side. And then tomorrow, we're low 30s, so that temperature does promote big, fat snowflakes, wet, heavy snow, difficult shoveling snow and blowing snow. So here we are, an exact track 4D radar, and you can see the counties in pink here. These are the winter storm warnings. Monroe, Wayne, Lenawee counties starts at 5 a.m. expires at 8 p.m. Wednesday, and this is the area that could see potentially that 6 or more inch snow totals during the day. And then everybody else, winter weather advisories, more of that 3 to 4 inch snow, and it's 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. on Wednesday as well. All right, as we advance and look at some snow totals from, this is sort of a combination of different models that we bought into, but a lot of the 3 to 4.5 inch snow totals with downriver into Monroe County, southern Ontario, maybe into that 5 to 7 inches. As we take a look at the timing here, we're 7 a.m., maybe a little later than that, but it's 11 a.m. until about 4 p.m. for that heaviest snow, which is why I think early dismissals, the best bet at schools if they haven't canceled or snow dayed where you are. Clearing out late Wednesday into Thursday with a few snow showers coming and going, but the crews should be able to treat the roads as we head into Thursday, so I think we get back to business. All right, this is Friday night into Saturday morning, a clipper, a dusting. And then Saturday late into Sunday, bam, that just explodes. And this is still 5 days away, so we're not completely sold on these snow totals. And understand that yesterday, all of our long-range models had nothing like that for Sunday, but certainly looks like measurable snow late Saturday into Sunday that could equal what we're going to see tomorrow.
So we're just preparing.
Tomorrow is perhaps yet another appetizer.
Yeah, there you go. All right, still to come, the stolen car every Michigan Wolverines fan will be watching for. Police need your help finding Blake Corum's car.
At least 39 million Americans are living with migraines, but that number may be much higher since many people go undiagnosed.
Pressure starts in my neck area, and it's just building and building.
I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. The warning signs you may actually be suffering from migraines and the new hope that could be on the horizon.
Plus, I'm tracking the winter storm that could impact your day.
Local 4 News, everything you need to get up and go tomorrow from 4:30 to 8. Download the Forewarn Weather app. Always watching, always tracking. Powered by DTE.
Meters broken. You win parking. The feeling of winning. Find it in spades on FanDuel Casino Reward Machine, the free-to-play daily game that offers you a chance to win up to $2,000 in casino bonus.
With Home Chef, you're not just home cooking, you're home winning. Our fast and fresh meal kits are as fast to make as they are fresh to enjoy. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
With FanDuel Casino's Play It Again offer, you can play all of your favorite casino games. And if you're down after your first day, you'll get up to $1,000 back to play it again. Download FanDuel Casino today.
Rely on the Trust Index, your first line of defense against disinformation. Just look for the seal. It's true means it passed the test and we can back it up. Not true means it's fake. Don't trust it. And be careful means it's not entirely right or wrong, but could be risky. The Trust Index, only on Local 4 and click on Detroit.
Michigan football's star running back is hoping someone spots his stolen car.
This is the Chevy Camaro Blake Corum's parents bought him when he graduated high school. It was stolen from a parking garage in Ann Arbor sometime between January 13th and the 16th. Corum's keeping a level head about it all, tweeting, "God bless whoever stole it." As you can see, it's very distinct, wrapped in a camouflage design. It has a Virginia license plate that reads UHW 4565. If you see it, again, it's pretty hard to miss there with that wrap job. Please give Ann Arbor Police a call.
Some Walmart employees are getting a raise. Beginning in March, workers making minimum wage will earn between $14 and $19 an hour. Walmart says employees currently earn between $12 and $18 an hour. The increase is going to impact about 340,000 store employees. Popular beer back just in time for Fat Tuesday.
How about this? Eastern Market Brewery Company's Punchki beer comes in 2 flavors made with real fruit and vanilla cream. So starting at noon next Wednesday, customers who pre-order the beer can pick up a 4-pack of the raspberry and blueberry beers. The 2 flavors will be available to anyone who didn't pre-order on February 2nd through February 17th.
I'll bet you the beer's about half the calories of the pastry. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Just fill the pastry with the beer.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Wow. Nasty.
Wings, good hockey game
Yes,
tonight.
it was.
Very good hockey
Sure
game.
thing.
We've got highlights for you. Mattress Mac, the gambler from Houston, furniture store guy, upset at Dak Prescott. We'll tell you why. And a little bit we call rounding first, heading for second. It involves Margot Robbie. Come on back.
Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential, then own it. Support your immune system with a potent blend of nutrients and emerge your best every day with Emergency.
Hey, Dad, I'm almost out.
I got you.
Any questions, Chris?
All good. Thanks, Mara.
Healthier is managing all your family's prescriptions in one app.
Some things are big, others are huge. It's Empire Today's half-price sale. Get $2,400 of flooring for $1,200, $5,200 for an amazing $2,600. That's half the price of your entire purchase. Shop for carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate right from home and have it professionally installed. Don't miss Empire's half-price sale. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. When you have concerns and want to be heard.
Getting out here and meeting our viewers, talking about the problems they're having in their communities.
Help Me Hank is traveling all over Metro Detroit to hear you out.
We're in Wayne at the Red Apple restaurant. A big turnout today. A lot of people concerned still about the economy, heating issues, battles with their landlords, with different contractors. I want to help you solve those issues. We might be in your community very soon.
Help Me Hank is ready to hear you out. Expect more from Help Me Hank on Local 4 News. Repo on the rise, Thursday at 5:45 on.
Hey, pretty good game.
I thought so. Thought good back and forth. You enjoyed it?
It was a really good game tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Solid back and forth game at LCA tonight. And when it was over, the Wings won it. 3-2 in overtime, thanks to Andrew Kopp's game winner. We've got highlights. Second period, Wings with the puck. Dylan Larkin with the shot. Adam Ernie is going to tip it right here. His 6th. Wings led it 1-0. Later in the second, Wings with the puck again. Michael Rasmussen with the wrister here. Rips home his 8th of the season. Wings led it 2-1. Good job. Then in overtime, tied 2-2. Well, of course it's tied. Wings with the puck. They scramble out front. Watch Andrew Kopp on the right side of the goal. He's there for the easy tap-in, his 5th. Wings beat the Sharks 3-2 in overtime. College basketball night in Toledo. Rockets beat Eastern 84-79. Imani Bates had 43 points for the Eagles, including 29 in a row to end the first half. We've got highlights. First half, Eastern with the ball. Bates with the deep 3-pointer. Ran up 29 straight in the first half. Toledo, though, led at the half 36-35. Second half, Eastern with the ball. Bates has it. No movement on the offense. Look, they're just standing. So he's just going to jack it from there and hit it. Despite the 43, Toledo wins it by 5. Baseball. Third baseman Scott Rowland named tonight to the Hall of Fame, won 8 Gold Gloves. He made it by 5 votes, 76%, and he was the only inductee. NFL is championship Sunday this weekend. AFC, NFC title games winners go to the Super Bowl. Losers go into a massive funk. The AFC will match the Bengals against the Chiefs in Kansas City. Bengals were in the Super Bowl last year after beating Kansas City in Kansas City, so Zach Taylor knows what lies ahead.
We know how hard this is to get here, and we know how hard it's going to be to keep moving forward. And so, again, there's no relaxing of, man, we just want a tough road game. We can take a deep breath. They know it's the exact opposite.
All right. Patrick Mahomes says he's playing. High ankle sprain. No one's ever made it past a month, but good luck. Yeah. Meanwhile, lots of folks still very upset at the Dallas Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott over their loss to the Niners last Sunday, but none more angry than Mattress Mac, the furniture guru from Houston. He lost $2 million on the Cowboys last week, and he pointed at Prescott and said he's doing the wrong sleep commercials.
Hey, Dak, Mattress Mac here. I just lost $2 million, but I got some advice for you. Get rid of that Sleep Number mattress and get a Tempur-Pedic. You'll get much better results.
He said, hopefully. Remember, Mattress Mac, if you're feeling sorry for him, don't. He won $75 million on the Astros back in October in the World Series.
He's fun.
Well, golf, congratulations are in order for Donald Trump, who won his club's championship 2 days ago, even though he was at a funeral 600 miles away. Members at his West Palm club said they were surprised but not shocked. We've got highlights. Trump didn't even play on day 2 of the event. But he said he played a practice round on Thursday, and that will count. On social media, he said the reason he won was, quote, you need strength and stamina, and I have strength and stamina most others don't. He also said, quote, you also need strength and stamina to govern, end of quote. Well, now, who's going to tell him he can't do that? And he does it every year at every club he has, so congratulations. Finally, Stefanos Tsitsipas won his quarterfinal match at the Australian Open today and now finds himself in the semifinals. So like any professional, he immediately began thinking about Australian actress Margot Robbie. And he put on a full court press. We call this segment rounding first, heading for second.
One of my favorite actresses comes from Australia, Margot Robbie. I wish I can...
Margot Robbie? Are you pitching right now? What's happening?
Am I what?
Pitching? Are you like, you know, making an offer? What are we seeing here?
It would be nice to see her over there one day.
Okay. So you're officially extending an invitation to Margot Robbie. I just want to be crystal clear here.
Absolutely.
Seen like a lot of on court, but I've never seen a lot of matchmaking going on like that.
Jim
right?
Courier ferreting out the truth, though.
Absolutely.
Nicely done. Yep. Obviously, a lot to watch here overnight. Correct, sir?
Yeah, we're looking at start time sort of during the commuter at the bus stop early, but it gets heavy during the middle of the day in the afternoon. 3 to 5, 3 to 6, heaviest east.
So be sure you tune in bright and early tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. for the very latest on the situation with the schools and with the roads.
Tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night, everybody. We thank you for watching.
The following program is a paid commercial announcement. The views represented are not necessarily the views of the station and management of WDIV and should not be considered as an endorsement.